When running a cold email campaign, you first need to build a lead list of people to contact. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a great option for this because it gives you direct access to LinkedIn's database. However, it does not let you export any data outside of the platform and does not give you any emails. So in this video, I will show you how to build lead list on LinkedIn Sales Navigator and how we can solve those two issues. So let's get started. But first of all, you might be wondering, why do we even pick LinkedIn Sales Navigator in the first place if it has those two issues? And why not any other lead databases like Apollo or ZoomInfo? Well, if you think about it, whenever someone is changing jobs, the most likely place where they will be updating where they are currently working will be their LinkedIn profile. So all the third parties that we mentioned, the other lead databases, mainly collecting the data on LinkedIn profiles to feed their own databases. But that means the data is not necessarily up to date because it relies on the last time they've checked the profile. Whereas if you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator directly, then it's straight from the source and it's always the most up-to-date data you can access. If you are not yet subscribed to Sales Navigator, you might be wondering which plan is right for me. As you can see, there are three different Sales Navigator plans: Core, Advanced and Advanced Plus. And the main difference between the three of them is how big is your team really. So watching this video, you're very likely to only need Sales Navigator Core product. The Advanced plan would be needed if you have a sales team with multiple seats and you are the business owners and want to give access to Sales Navigator to all of your team and make them collaborate together. And if you are in big enterprise, then you will need Advanced Plus to get access to enterprise features like CRM integrations and other more advanced stuff. So now that this is out of the way, we can now get into the actual product itself. And the first thing you will be interested in is the lead search. To get access to that, just click lead filters and you will have access to basically a search engine of the LinkedIn database that you can use with different filters to build exactly the list of people you need to contact. Let's say here that I want to contact the head of sales in the US. You have access to a bunch of different filters here. I won't go over all of them, but I really encourage you to explore them and really understand how they work and how they can be beneficial for you depending on the people you need to outreach. I will show here the most important one, those that you will always use. The first one is current job title. So this is basically just being able to target the job of the people. So here I'm typing head of sales and it gives me a list of 200k results. But you can see quickly that some of the results are not exactly head of sales. It might be okay for me or not, depending on how strictly you need to be. So for example here, there is a head of RevOps, sales ops. So if I don't want those kind of results, there is two options for me. Either I can use the exclusion filter. So let's say I want head of sales but not head of RevOps. I can type head of RevOps and then click this little icon here to make it a negative filter. And that means those people will be excluded. I can also do this for head of GTM, for example, head of GTM, exclude. I can keep going like this to refine my list. But if I don't want to create a big list of exclusion filters because I don't necessarily know all the options that are out there and I just want specifically exactly head of sales, then I can create an exact match search of head of sales that is more strictly applied than the current broad search. So to do that, I'll just click the head of sales search here and put it between quotes. When you put a search between quotes, that makes it an exact search and it's more strictly applying the filter. As you can see, we have now 130k results where we were above 200k before. So this is now more strictly head of sales. You can see we don't have any other results now. It's always head of sales, that exact expression. So now if I want to continue building my lead list, other filters that are always used is the company headcount. So let's say I want to target head of sales in companies between 11 and 50 people. So I'll just pick that and we'll reduce my results. So now 27k. We also said that we wanted to outreach people exclusively in the United States. put that here. And now we're down to 2.5k results, which is decent, but we can go a step further to get more targeted. To get more advanced filters, you can open here to show all the filters, and the block that I like to use is the recent update filters. The first one that I like to use is the change jobs filter. That gives you people that have entered a new role recently, and that means that they are more likely to be open to new solutions and make changes within the company, because this is your opportunity to pitch your solution if it makes sense. The other filter is the posted on LinkedIn one. It gives you people that have posted recently on LinkedIn, and this gives you two benefits. So the first one is if you are doing a multi-channel outreach strategy and you plan to outreach them directly on LinkedIn and send them a message. Since they are active there, they are more likely to be responsive and you getting more high quality sales interactions. But the second other benefit of that, even if you don't plan to send messages directly on LinkedIn and only use emails, it's still beneficial to toggle that option, because if they have posted on LinkedIn, they are more likely to have their profile up to date, and therefore you are less likely to make outreach mistakes by targeting people based on data that is outdated because someone didn't update their profile for a few years. So now that we're here, we've trimmed our search to 600 results, which is reasonable to do a cold email campaign with. But as I mentioned, the downside of Sales Navigator is that natively you don't have any way to export those results outside of the platform, and you don't have the emails of those people. That's where Findymail comes in. So this is a software solution that you can bring on top of Sales Navigator to solve those two issues. So the first thing you need to do is to sign up for an account there. It's for free, you get 10 free credits. To get more data, you need to subscribe to a paid plan. Once you signed up, you need to install the Findymail Chrome extension to your Chrome browser, and it will add this little icon there in your Chrome browser. Once that is done, you just need to click onto it to make sure that you are logged in with your Findymail account. So you might be required to log in at this stage until you get this screen. Findymail extension is now active. Once you've reached this stage, that means the extension is ready to use, and you can go back to Sales Navigator. You will notice that you now have this little button, export to CSV, which is not natively there, and you can now just click onto that, and it will let you export the entire search results automatically without you having to do anything. You can even export multiple pages at once. So here I have more than 600 results to export, and you can put that in specific list if needed, but I won't do that here. I will just start the export, and it will basically export and enrich with valid emails during the export, so that at the end of it you get only directly a lead list that is ready to use. It is also cleaning the data out of LinkedIn, because some profiles, as you know, sometimes dirty data with like emojis in the name and all that. So it's cleaning all that up so like you can directly use the data straight away into your cold email campaigns. It can take a bit of time to export an entire search, but the good part is that you can work on something else while it is doing the export, especially if your search is quite large, like here. I will shorten it here, and it will save into a CSV that you can open right away. And as you can see, we have access directly to all the data points that we may be interested in. The LinkedIn URL, the full name, the emails, which is a valid one that is already verified that you can use straight away with a guarantee that will not bounce, job title, and every other data points outside of LinkedIn that you may be interested in. This is really solving the two main issues of Sales Navigator, which was the export and the email part. So that's it. Now you have your lead list built using Sales Navigator, and you can use it straight away into your favorite email sequencer to do your cold email campaign, or use it directly in the CRM, whatever works for you, whatever is the next step for you. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a thing or two. Make sure to check out Findymail if you need valid email data, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to learn more about B2B email prospecting. I'll see you in the other videos.